Hello ladies and gentlemen, greetings. I hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are doing great. So your boy here come across this one. We are in MUTABARUKA on the cutting edge for Wednesday the 27th of May 2026. So guys, this is the latest of the latest. And guys, don't forget, I'm here on the Black Blazer channel. So feel free to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you're new. With that being said, let's go ahead and hear what's going on in this one, my people. Let's walk.
So when them think they're gonna make it now, them get a little hit, and there's a car them by, and the DJ girl turn hot gal. So them call them now hot gal. Them still live in the same place, still live in the same area, but when them a go out, them don't look like them live this at all because them kind of close to them a van. You that thing say, them own one of the apartment, them downtown. The high hill, the high house, what them call it, the almost story apartment, the building them. But them living at the ghetto said way. And when them step out one Friday night or Saturday night, oh gosh man, may I tell you. But guess what? It's only the clothes of them a van. Or where them have been at them drawer, and the shoes of them a van, and them bed them have. Them is as brokers, and I tell you what, broke. Because they know them have to depend on man to give them with them man during the course of the week. And some of them will go out party with money. Because them know them will book up 2 man there. We can't buy them, they can go right through the night.
Real meds, man, real meds.
And now we are teaching with the TikTok and the Instagram and all these things. Because we find out say most ones don't really use it to educate themselves. So we decide say we are going to that. We're going to use it to educate you. So we have some things where we clip out, clip. And these clip things is very important to just understanding history and cultures and different things.
True.
And maybe you could all see it on your internet. And you just skip over it because you never see nobody wind up and I drive up and all these things, and I drive flashy car and all them something there. So we choose the other way. So yes, you will notice it.
Facts.
And we want to tell you say, we see a whole heap of album a release, I know everybody a try catch the Grammy. Everybody a try catch the Grammy time, you know. So everybody a release them album now that it can fit into the space. Well, it's one of them things they were only part. I don't know when I did ever I think say I gonna make an album to catch the Grammy. I know I make an album and the record company say they would have like release it before the Grammy. You know why I say my album them different, so you know everybody think on that. You understand? Everybody think on that. Anyway, we see the Grammy album them a come out little by little, enough of them. So we will see which one I go enter the top 5 next year. Today I will do the advertisement there while I go sound very interesting. Job fair. Meaning so now you have to go there and see if you can qualify to get a job. Very interesting. I might just go down there.
True. Very interesting.
I might just go down there. But I don't know if anybody noticed it, but you notice St. Anne is now the place for people to be going hunting for house to buy. Foreigners. Yes. Whole heap of foreigner a buy a place down in a St. Anne, you know, between a Rockabis and beyond plantation there, so but Them no Rasta. Them enough. Operation I tell me say come back and him build a studio up in our hill them. I don't remember which hill him say, but I in a Sentan there. Him a build up studio and all them something to come forward. To come do some music work. It's a very interesting thing. Very interesting.
Real talk, Ross. Real talk.
When you go at the party them, like, you know, the place where I keep certain show, them there. Hi Muta, how you do? Remember I met you here, I was not met you here this. I said, right, kid. So we live now, oh, we bought a place in St. Anne, you know. You can come and visit us one at a time. Really, it's really St. Anne go on so. St. Anne, and now you see some face gone in St. Anne, yeah, for that area. Very interesting, some face gone in St. Anne. I don't know how long it will stay there, but I guess them say because of the hurricane that lit down the place down so. But I don't know where they're going to put so much people. I talk about the government, that's why they build all of them high-rise place where we can't afford. You know, them are exclusively keep it there for the foreigner them who want to come spend time amongst the natives. You know, see, you can see them walking up and down the town, renting taxi to go to Kingston, spending a day in Kingston, going to all of the sites them, and then them go back to St. Anne. It's kind of a lovely thing to see still. I hope the people them who they did it for a long time, we have business, small business, is now making more money and not just some big Indian shop them. Cause you know the Indian them colonized on there so. Yeah, them colonized on them have places to offer the people them that come there. We hope that it will turn out good for the residents.
True.
The long-time resident of Ocherios and surrounding areas. Yes. Because we know they say well, long time, the tourist them is not going into the craft market. They go into the mall where the Indian them sell. And the things them, most of the things that the Indian them sell, red, gold and green and all them things there. I know Jamaica it come from, China and Taiwan, Tai 2 and Tai 3 it come from. If you look good, you see it mark made in not Jamaica. So there with you. So I'm going to show some Marcus Garvey concepts and ideas in the week here. And one of the things that Marcus Garvey has to talk about is how the Jews them do things. Yeah, they look on the Jews them, you see how them do things. And them do it in a way where it's generational, meaning say the wealth where them get don't just stay at one place. When the person who create that wealth originally gone, dead, the rest of the family get help from it. Yeah, it's like you never see a Jew really and truly have enough jewelry for him honor them neck and all them something there. Or have a portion of high-end car. Because film investment stay with him family. The Chinese kind of say that way there too. So when we have wealth, it have to show up our way. I show that you upon me, but around me.
True.
Yeah, we have to palaver and some might where we are weird, though we will have no historical or cultural significance. It's just white people that do things and black people that see it and want it. So when him have a money and him think he can afford it, he will spend any amount of money to buy it. It's really a travesty. Really a travesty. Because I see some man pose with some shoes and I show up with the shoes. Me I say, what is? I see some man have an whole heap of chain around him neck. Gold or whatsoever, I'm a platinum. And him a take picture and it's like him a hold out the chain them. That's the camera can't catch them a bit on.
True Rasta, real talk.
You never see a Jew do that yet. Or even a Chinaman. It's like never see come see. You know, true you never have it in your family. And you never have it when you're little. When, for instance, if you make 2 records and it go hit, the first thing you want to buy with the money is a car and some jewelry around your neck. Check it, check the history of the world, especially the dancehall thing. Yeah.
Real talk, man, real talk.
You have to say the dancehall thing. Check the history of the dancehall thing. More than the dancehall them, I'm saying it all the while. Them I do a video. There's 2 things in the video. Naked woman. I'm saying naked woman, I mean naked woman. Naked woman is one, and a car is the next. Yes. Most of the video them, that is what them pose with in the video. So them ambition, how them say come out of poverty, is to have a car, iron car, and have whole heap of jewelry around them neck. And that is all for them. It's them escape from poverty according to them. And it's a travesty for black people. Because then you can see say, most of them who do it have no picnic too. No picnic. Yeah.
Real talk, Rasta, real talk.
Yeah. And when you check the so-called baby mother, she have a ball or a look at next man to support her. Meanwhile, she go on like say she only have one man. But the one man can't satisfy her. I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about in terms of her needs and her wants. To be a good wife, or not even wife, because the man you know, them don't know wife business. Them in a girlfriend. And a girlfriend there make it sound like a them alone they out. But when you check the friend them, where the girl them have, you know say a war every time when the man find out a pure war.
A real talk, fire, real talk.
But the idea of looking how Jews function and Chinese, and you know the Chinese they will come to Jamaica and rent a house and all 12 of them in the one house, you know. 12 of them in the one house. And them set up themselves till eventually see them have this and have that. and control the whole of downtown.
That is so true, Rasta.
Meanwhile, we still support madness. Yeah, support madness. What happened to the woman they were used to put together their money? Me remember me used to see them in New York, in a Manhattan there, where the wholesaler place them there, where them a buy box of shoes, box of this, box of that. The woman they used to see them a play all blink up on the roadside at evening time, downtown. Them woman they used to put together things, money, and go to New York. Not the whole of them, because not the whole of them have visa. Those who have visa in the crowd, they would have gone to New York and full up a D container, or a container, and ship back down to Jamaica. And then spread it around. Until eventually some of them open a little store downtown. Yeah, man. Oh, we know that. Because my lady used to buy from them. She used to buy from them. And sometime we there in New York and we buck up on 34th Street, 36th Street, or even 14th Street. We buck up. But I don't know if them women they get old now and go rest. And then the picnic where you see them amongst them knowing that. They go look man to take care of them. And they say it there. May sound like weird thing, but they say it there.
Sure.
And then those who can't think so them can make it in the pop world, them start DJ, male and female. The only thing is that the male one them get you quicker, even though them know have a better qualification as DJ than the female. But you know them say it's a man world. The man world can't do it without the woman do. So when them things them are gonna make it now, them get a little hit and there's a car them buy. And the DJ girl turn hot girl. So them call them now hot girl. Them still living at the same place, still living at the same area, but when them are go out, them don't look like them live this at all because them kind of close to them a van. You know things say, them own one of the apartment, them downtown, the high house, where them call it the almost story apartment, the building them.
Absolutely, Rasta. Totally agree.
But them living at the ghetto side way. And when them step out on Friday night or Saturday night, oh gosh man, may I tell you. But guess what? It's only the clothes of them a van. And where them have been at them drawer. And the shoes of them have and them bed them have. Them is as broke as, and I tell you what, broke. Because they know them have to depend on man. To give them with them man during the course of the week. And some of them will go out party with money. Because them know them have to book up 2 man there. But can't buy them, they can go right through the night. Terrible thing I go on amongst black people. And Marcus Garvey pointed to the Jews them. Yeah, pointed to the Jews them. And say, look how the Jews them do business. Look how them do business. I mean look on them a certain way, but how them do business is totally different. You know, investment is one of the things them.
True.
As we have a cash, so we want to spend it all. I want to know so we can take that same cash there and double it, triple it. We need to really take a stock. We need to take a stock. Because them tell you about some morning, noon and evening. And usually them man there, they don't really stay at them store morning, noon and evening. They might go there early morning, or they might go there in the evening, but a whole heap of them, they're not there at the store. As a matter of fact, a whole heap of them don't go to the store. Because them have we are work in the store like how we own it. yeah, the people them say, when you come to the store, I ask you something with them now, them say, no, we don't have any, you know, we don't have any. And them say, oh, you mean you don't have any? I say, oh, you mean, ma'am, I'm working here and we don't have any. And we, them I say, you know, like say, we include them when them are just worker. Yes, them are just worker. You know, I say all this thing all the while, that more time, when you hear them I say, we don't have any and we don't have any. And because them not treat, because you can't know the owner, you know. You can't know the owner of the place. And when them say, we don't have any, I say, we don't have any. Him call you one time and say, come here, let me show you something. And he said, there's something where I show you that you ask for, you know. But that you end up a buy. Yes, and that you end up a buy, and that's what you ask for. Meanwhile, she know a struggle. We don't have better about. We don't have left on the road and look job. And you wonder how she does her work at a place there and she look job. We don't have any get fired. Because she make the customer come out of the place and don't spend no money. So we don't have any gone back in something where she do a thing she come out of. Because she never have that skill, that communication skill to make the guy get her money off of the person who just left him store. Because if him thinking, you know, you must make a customer leave without buying something. Because from the person coming at the store, you know, it means them did buy something in that store. It's communication. Or him left him yard. Or she left her yard to come to that store, that individual store. So don't feel no way say him go vex because him see the customer come out. Or the intended customer come out and don't buy nothing. Him in a mind and say, no, it can't work that way there. You can't make people come in at the store and left and not buy nothing. Then why they be coming at the store in the first place? Because it did entice them to come in there. So it is up to you who work on the ground. Make the person buy something. Coerce the person to buy something. And if you don't make the person buy something, me not have problem with you as the owner. And so
Real talk, man. Customer care. Yeah, man. A good customer care.
them a see it. So sometimes you see some ones are working at a store and them almost feel so aggressive. And because him don't want you leave the store and not buy nothing because the boss a watch. The boss a watch. So sometimes when you come to the store and him see and if him say, yeah, come here now man, how you live so, And so well, I don't see what I want, and I say, oh, you don't see what you want, the way you come in because you see something you want originally. And of course you think go buy something. But when you not buy nothing, him start to sweat.
A true Rasta, true. Real talk, man.
Cause the owner upstairs, the whole of upstairs have glass that him can't see through. And him a watch you. Him a watch you if you're gonna make the customer come out there and not buy nothing.
That is so true, Rasta.
And that's right there. And that's right there. And we have to recognize that because they want to. Most of them want to go in a way you call now the service business, service industry. So them have a ton servant. If you don't look that way there. Because we are get money every week. We turn servant, but it's really a servant thing. And they might develop it more than any other thing. They might develop the service industry. When I call service industry, the people that work in a hotel and have to serve people. See, they want to build up that. And you see, that business draw the biggest money in Jamaica. But the worker them almost get the least pay in Jamaica. Can you believe that? Them get the least pay. But the industry draw the number one industry in Jamaica, tourism. And the people them flock to that industry. Because there's always jobs open there, so you don't have to have no official skill. You know? You just go and take a couple of weeks training and you know if you throw a towel around your hand and hold. You hold the food with one hand and I balance it with the glass in the tree and all them something there. I said, thanks sir, yes sir, no sir, yes madam, yeah man, I can show you. Over there is that and over there is that. And make sure you can spread up the bed good. Make sure you can spread up the bed good. That is the service industry. Where them want a whole heap away. I was glad for it because we don't have no skill. And they must send for the people them who have the skill of foreign. So meanwhile them people that come in at your workplace, you see them have a higher position than you. And you can't do nothing about it. So then now our youth will say, him not going to do that. He will cut two tune. Him cut two tune and it don't go nowhere. Cut the next tune and it don't go nowhere. And one at the time he cut a tune and it kinda go somewhere. And when them kinda go somewhere, them feel him are the biggest thing about the place. The biggest thing.
True.
Him attitude and behavior changed totally. Because him hear him tune on the radio. And go to 2 free show down the road and people that say, yeah. And them feel good. Where is the longevity of the thing? Where it going to? Because of all the thousands of artists in Jamaica, half of that no make it, you know. Half of the thousands no make it at all. And some of them have a little one-hit wonder. And after them have that one hit, that is that. Some of them eventually fade away and go foreign and run away. And so him can't do this, so you know, hear about him again. Black people, figure it out. Read Marcus Garvey. May I recommend that to you again. For years may I recommend it. Read Marcus Garvey. Yes. And you will gather certain things where it's very important. Very important. Listen.
Jews never buy investment properties with cash. Here's why. Let's say you have $300,000. Most people buy one property cash. They own one property and call it a day. Here's what we do instead. We put 20% down on 5 properties. That's the same $300,000. Now the tenants move in and they pay all 5 mortgages every single month. We own 5 properties worth $1.5 million, and it costs us nothing out of pocket. Your one property goes up 10%. You made $30,000. Our 5 go up 10%. We made $150,000. Same $300,000. 5 times the return. You spent all your money on one house, and now you're waiting. We use the bank's money to buy 5 properties. Let the tenants pay the bank back every month, and use the leftover cash to buy even more. You have one asset. We have an empire. That's the difference between cash and leverage. Comment, wealth, and I'll send you the wealth secrets they hide from the Goyim.
You hear that? You know, I want to play it again before they... Oh, no, I know that, so yeah, we can't play it again. I'm going to play it again.
Jews never buy investment properties with cash. Here's why. Let's say you have $300,000. Most people buy one property cash. They own one property and call it a day. Here's what we do instead. We put 20% down on 5 properties. That's the same $300,000. Now the tenants move in and they pay all 5 mortgages every single month. We own 5 properties worth $1.5 million, and it costs us nothing out of pocket. Your one property goes up 10%. You made $30,000. Our 5 go up 10%. We made $150,000. Same $300,000. 5 times the return. You spent all your money on one house, and now you're waiting. We use the bank's money to buy 5 properties. Let the tenants pay the bank back every month, and use the leftover cash to buy even more. You have one asset. We have an empire. That's the difference between cash and leverage. Comment, wealth, and I'll send you the wealth secrets they hide from the Goyim.
Yes. A simple thing, you know. Simple thing. Broken it down. The money we spend and pay for one house one time, you pay down on it, and you get 5 houses for the money where you have to spend to buy one house. So you just pay down on the house and rent it out, and the tenant them pay. We're supposed to pay for you.
True. Or it's have to take some time. That is so true.
You end up with 5 property, 5 tenant a pay after the first settlement, the first money where you spend is one of the tenant them a pay back the whole height, you know. Yes. And you end up with 5 property. Serious business, that. Serious business. Think about it. And that will make you do, that will they have to make you do. Think. Meanwhile,
not to scare you, but pay attention to this clip.
In 1926, they discovered the perfect trap. 40 hours keeps you alive, but too tired to escape. Henry Ford ran the numbers. He tested different work schedules and found the sweet spot. 40 hours. Not because it's optimal for productivity, because it's optimal for control. Let's do the math. 40 hours work, 10 hours commuting, 56 hours sleeping, 14 hours for eating, showering, basic survival. That's 120 hours, leaving you 48 hours of free time. Except you're exhausted. So you spend Saturday recovering from the week, and Sunday dreading Monday. Your weekend isn't freedom, it's recovery time, so you can do it again. Monday morning, the alarm goes off, and you feel it, that existential dread. 5 days until freedom. 5 days of giving your life away. For what? A paycheck that disappears instantly. Rent, bills, food, loans. Nothing left. You want to start that business? Too tired. Learn that skill? Too tired. Build that project? Too tired. That's not an accident. That's the design. If you had energy left over, you'd leave. If you had money left over, you'd build something. If you had time left over, you'd organize. They can't let that happen. So they found the formula. Just enough money to survive, just enough time to not completely break, just enough energy to come back tomorrow, but never enough to escape. And then they tell you, work hard for 45 years, then you can retire. So you do it. You trade your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s for a paycheck. And at 65, you're free. Except your body's broken, your energy's gone. You spent your best years building someone else's dream, and your freedom came too late to use it. The 40-hour work week isn't about productivity, it's about compliance. Keep you tired, keep you poor, keep you busy. Too exhausted to think, too broke to leave, too busy to organize. That's not employment, that's control. And you'll do it for the next 45 years.
What a thing.
Yeah, man, what a thing, man. Ja. Boy, it's set away. Imagine you working up to 65. You retire. Where you look, your body down. Yeah, man. So you always work until you reach to a stage where you can't work no more. You retire, your body broke down. Them time there. Yeah, man. Very informative. This is very informative, man.
Thing. I wonder if you listen. I'll play it again, you know. I wonder if you really listen. Listen to what the man has said. Seriously, listen.
Not to scare you, but pay attention to this clip.
In 1926, they discovered the perfect trap. 40 hours keeps you alive, but too tired to escape. Henry Ford ran the numbers. He tested different work schedules and found the sweet spot. 40 hours. Not because it's optimal for productivity, because it's optimal for control. Let's do the math. 40 hours work, 10 hours commuting, 56 hours sleeping, 14 hours for eating, showering, basic survival. That's 120 hours, leaving you 48 hours of free time. Except you're exhausted. So you spend Saturday recovering from the week, and Sunday dreading Monday. Your weekend isn't freedom, it's recovery time, so you can do it again. Monday morning, the alarm goes off, and you feel it. That existential dread. 5 days until freedom. 5 days of giving your life away. For what? A paycheck that disappears instantly. Rent, bills, food, loans. Nothing left. You want to start that business? Too tired. Learn that skill? Too tired. Build that project? Too tired. That's not an accident. That's the design. If you had energy left over, you'd leave. If you had money left over, you'd build something. If you had time left over, you'd organize. They can't let that happen. So they found the formula. Just enough money to survive, just enough time to not completely break, just enough energy to come back tomorrow, but never enough to escape. And then they tell you, work hard for 45 years, then you can retire. So you do it. You trade your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s for a paycheck. And at 65, you're free. Except your body's broken, your energy's gone. You spent your best years building someone else's dream, and your freedom came too late to use it. The 40-hour work week isn't about productivity, it's about compliance. Keep you tired, keep you poor, keep you busy. Too exhausted to think, too broke to leave, too busy to organize. That's not employment, that's control, and you'll do it for the next 45 years. Unless you break or escape, but you won't, because you can't afford to. That's the trap.
What them find? People was here a long time, what them find? It's a serious thing.
True. Boy, the system set away. Yeah, man.
And here we are now at the bottom of the scale. All I know for do is prayer. What a weird and strange people. Them keep praying and them situation getting worse. That is what is happening. Them keep praying and them situation will get worse. So who is listening to the prayer of the black people when we spend 40 hours, 5 days, 8 hours a day at the workplace? Saturday we are trying to push out the 40 hours. Only if you know say Sunday is church. And also we have to think now say the 40 hours start the next day, which is Monday. Where is humanity in all of that? Listen.
Jews don't buy Nike shoes. We buy their stocks. We don't buy the new iPhone every year. We buy more Apple stocks before the new iPhone comes out. You drive the most expensive car you can barely afford. We drive the cheaper one and put the rest into real estate. You wear the brand. We own the brand. That's not a flex. That's a system. My father taught me something I'll never forget. Every dollar you spend on looking rich is a dollar that could have made you actually rich. Every pair of sneakers, every watch, every upgrade you didn't need. That's not spending, that's bleeding. The secret to Jewish success was never intelligence. It's knowing the difference between an asset and a liability. You buy things that lose value the second you swipe your card. We buy things that make money while we sleep. You need everyone to see your success. We build ours so quietly that by the time you notice, it's generational. Comment money and I'll send you the real estate secrets they hide from the Goyim.
Hear that? We'll play it again, We'll play it again.
Jews don't buy Nike shoes. We buy their stocks. We don't buy the new iPhone every year. We buy more Apple stocks before the new iPhone comes out. You drive the most expensive car you can barely afford. We drive the cheaper one and put the rest into real estate. You wear the brand. We own the brand. That's not a flex. That's a system. My father taught me something I'll never forget. Every dollar you spend on looking rich is a dollar that could have made you actually rich. Every pair of sneakers, every watch, every upgrade you didn't need. That's not spending, that's bleeding. The secret to Jewish success was never intelligence. It's knowing the difference between an asset and a liability. You buy things that lose value the second you swipe your card. We buy things that make money while we sleep. You need everyone to see your success. We build ours so quietly that by the time you notice, it's generational. Comment money and I'll send you the real estate secrets they hide from the Goyim.
You hear that? Oh, I take them in now.
Yeah, man. Very informative.
Sleep on it and figure out if where black people are do, if it makes sense. To develop a people who gave the world civilization, a people who they are long before the other races and nations. And now we're at the bottom of the scale. And all we can do, clasp your hand, bow, and look up into the sky and pray, say, something up there will get rid of the problems way, that we can live a better life. So all the other people survive in all the storm and this and that. We are blow this and blow that. They must survive and survive good and survive with your help. They must survive with your help. So you have to figure out that too. How they must survive with your help. And you occasionally, sometimes you see one man get through, but the majority where you live monks stay the same way for years and years, and the house where you live in you can't buy it, and the people that are around you is just like you. Yes, we're there with you. We're there with you. We want to play this. Here we
Sure.
Gaddafi had 143 tons of gold. He was building one currency for all of Africa. No US dollar, no French franc, just African gold. France sent a memo to Hillary Clinton. It named the gold dinar as the primary reason for military intervention, not human rights, the currency. That memo is real. It was released under the Freedom of Information Act. It's on the State Department's own website right now. NATO bombed Libya for 7 months. Gaddafi was captured and killed on camera. The gold disappeared. Libya's central bank was one of the only banks in the world without Rothschild control before 2011. It got one within weeks of his death. Before he died, Gaddafi said, "They are coming for me because I tried to free Africa from financial slavery." The emails say he was right.
What a judgment. See them little thing I know, but we keep playing them.
Gaddafi had 143 tons of gold. He was building one currency for all of Africa. No US dollar, no French franc, just African gold. France sent a memo to Hillary Clinton. It named the gold dinar as the primary reason for military intervention, not human rights, the currency. That memo is real. It was released under the Freedom of Information Act. It's on the State Department's own website right now. NATO bombed Libya for 7 months. Gaddafi was captured and killed on camera. The gold disappeared. Libya's central bank was one of the only banks in the world without Rothschild control before 2011. It got one within weeks of his death. Before he died, Gaddafi said, "They are coming for me because I tried to free Africa from financial slavery." The emails say he was right.
We don't need no favor from them. We have been contributing for hundreds of years to their development.
True.
At the expense of our development. I think it's time now that we wake up and stop dreaming about another world. One world. This world. After that it's done. So you go and figure out something after this. Figure it out. They will know what to do with your human power and the things that you have invented and created to make life more meaningful on the planet. Because when you go and them claim it and says them do it, and if you don't know the history, you gotta keep saying yes, at them. Yeah man, it's them. How long it go on? When I went up on the radio favor, you know, how long it go on? And that may I have to know. It's ill.
True.
Yeah, more.
Blessed man.
Give thanks, man. But I'm glad to start the program, you know. Really respect that still.
What that?
No, when you talk about black people that will survive, you know, when you talk about the youth, them, when they get a bus or them, you know, when they do them things.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you do pan life that way too. I mean, never know say you have the inside, they have them things. You can usually watch a music video and I see them way. And when they mean I treat a party, I see them way, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, their lifestyle are the same. So we really like to start the program because they don't enjoy the program to the fullest.
Yeah, man,
So,
thanks.
yeah, man, so blessings, man.
Yeah.
But where have you now? A chill on, man.
I want to say, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is. No, I was supposed to do that. A big flag one.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know this part where I go there?
No, exactly where the spot there.
Actually, I didn't come from.
No, but, you know, I always work on that place and I traverse in place, you know.
Okay.
Me, I'm along a Bengal and in place and you know them places like that, you know.
Yeah.
So they are out of road Sunday.
Believe you me. I don't know why I say Raya, you know. I treat them, it started with a Raya, you know. A Raya Nuevo village.
Oh.
Raya Nuevo village in St. Mary.
Oh.
I see them as a St. Anne. Hey, you know, say, Cabo and, what's your name there? Right, you forget her, she can't leave me, forget her.
Oh,
Cabo, all that talk about them place, the name Ochoros, you know.
Yeah.
I know Ochoros, St. Mary.
St. Mary.
Yes, St. Mary. Raya Nuevo village. And there's some
I can't come and come with an exchange with them, and near.
What do you mean if you can't come, man? You don't have no visa.
No, sir.
Yeah,
Jump on a vehicle and like that.
I'm free, you know.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to come try jump the gate there, jump the water for me.
No. And you
Come
can't
through the gate.
You can't swim. And where the river meet the sea, you know.
Oh.
That place, it's behind one, where the gas station. You go around, look like nothing.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's a cool place to see at all. Cool gas station.
I don't know the gas station name.
Yeah, but remember last year, a year before the ID did it.
Yeah.
He's a man, he come from France and put on the event.
Yeah.
And he work it free to the public. So,
Yeah. Well,
one have to reach. Yeah, man, I go to the man.
Cabo pose there.
So who can reach right? You know, everyone 107?
Eh?
Who can reach if they can listen for the 107?
No, it's not a radio thing.
Oh.
It's not a radio thing, man. You must say she come on from 6 o'clock and left for 10, you know.
Oh,
But
okay.
this thing I wish I keep is from 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like a radio, now come on the radio. So though if he say, you can't stay home and listen it. You know, you have to physically come there, you understand?
But listen, she put a hype on the Sunday if John Wesley did not come on the radio. And when he say you have to do it, oh gosh, man.
Yeah. Anyway, but I tell you that still, Ryan Nuevo.
Yeah, we have to turn up, man.
Yeah, alright.
By the time I think mood, what do you think about the eat, brother?
The eat?
What?
Why it work, you know, but sometimes the eat get short, the rain come lick it out. Which for me, the rain come and kind of cool it down a little.
A long time nothing rain with me there still.
It's hot, man, it's hot, trust me.
But I tell you, man, all night then, Rasta.
Yeah. Alright, sir.
So big up yourself, you know, because I want to put up on the app, you know.
Alright, sir, give thanks.
So, wow, spin a jacket me too for me now, man.
Oh, you ask for jacket me too every week, Rasta?
Oh, you mean Muta, man?
You tell me things to best by request, you know. Me play it still, you know, but alright, me and you know, so you're lucky too. Because
Kinda like
I
already.
get where you ask for.
Yeah.
You always get where you ask for, anyway.
Irie, man. Irie.
Alright, sir. Jackie me too. Here we go. Eel.
Eel.
Yes, blessed.
Yeah, blessed, man. You that play, was that the darker shade of black?
Eh?
The rhythm. No, the rhythm, what you that play?
Drum song.
Oh, okay. I engineer regularly, you know, the renewable energy engineer, because it's always a pleasure when I can talk to a blessed one. And, you know, always loving the program. And you know what you do, Muta. I remember many nights when we were at school and up in us early morning, and you keep the vibes up. You know what I'm saying?
So we keep your vibes up now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, we vibed up all the while. I'm a brethren, I'm listening, because, you know, we're there in America, you know, the disaster of the world, and, you know.
Which part is it?
It's nearly up America, we know. Florida.
Which part of America is it?
Florida.
Florida, okay. No, so what is so?
Yeah, man. And then, you know, I like how you was pushing the technology to the youth them and these kind of things, because as we study things, because we are really the organic intelligence, you know. The AI is built off of us, and the parents that govern the youth, they must direct them in the right direction, because the world is changing now. It's turning to a technology age. But we have to be on top of certain things.
You know, so much people Zuckerberg get rid of that idea. Them make AI take them space, the work of them. About that thing, about 1,000 let off, you know. Zuckerberg him name, and Zuckerberg, I remember him name. But
Zuckerberg on them, because they're changing the space. They're changing the space because, remember, even though the capital investment is high to put in the AI, the technology, and the robots don't take breaks. They don't need insurance. They don't take no time off. And they can cook.
And they don't use them cell phone every minute.
It's so true.
Yeah, they don't use their cell phone, so they're using it. And at the same time, it's not a good thing, Muta, because you see these kind of war things, they need to stop it, because if they implementing the robots, which they haven't, they're using them. Because military-wise, people need to understand things are happening. Nobody tells you what's happening in the battlefield. And when they start using robots and certain things that can just kill people without mercy, it's happening. They're not telling you. The media doesn't tell you what's happening, and it's evil and it's wicked, because when you start implementing, it's like the movie Terminator. You understand? Mm-hmm. It's a real thing. And they implement technology. Yeah, man, to dominate the world. But, you know, even on the conscious level, as the conscious engineer, we need to just teach them how to do certain things. Even certain simple programming, you know, there's things that the youth them can learn how to do it, and not to put them in that direction so they can be on top of things. Because while robots will replace human beings in servitude type of jobs, they can't replace us in certain other ways. So we have to stay on top of it. So all of the
What is the other way them can replace? What is the other way them can replace?
Like construction, medical field, surgery.
You know, see how we have to medicine. And other things where human beings
can do it, but we can use the instruments and go invasive and do the surgery, but you always want a person that's capable of emotion and understanding certain things to do that. You don't really want... for the surgery.
Them doctor here with there, so no. Them a human being, and them not have no feeling about you. You know, them come like robot.
Yeah, that's...
They must have follow the
Yeah. Muta.
Yeah.
Yes, but always what you said with certain things, but not everything can be replaced in life, and the youth need to be guided, and you know, I gave some thought
of course it needs to be guided, but when I say, you know what I mean? You can't stop that, you know. Them AI thing and them computer thing, me and you can't stop that. You know, see it?
No, but
real talk, man, real talk.
But it's implemented, Muta. It's going on right now, because when we are doing a thing, one of the courses that we call, it's called machine learning. Machine learning is AI. So what it is, it's like it's an algorithm. Like you program things like a graph that's on a chart. You get many points, and then you know, like the vehicles, for instance, there's a phase 1, 2, 3. The fully automated sense of it is like LiDAR. You have a LiDAR is like a laser pushing out points, and then you're picking points and things that's happening around you. And then the machine is learning. That's why it's called machine learning, and it programs what to do. For instance, if a ball rolls out on the street, potentially there might be a child coming behind it. So, it's learning. It's learning from us.
Suggest to you.
We're not denying things. It's where it is now, and we're moving into the future, that we're moving into this type of technology. But at the same time, as a renewable energy engineer, it requires a large amount of energy, of power, and we got to burn a lot of fossil fuel that's polluting the environment. They're not moving towards renewable energy, and to gear this machinery and the technology, it's going to be a waste to the planet, and it's going to be, a lot of pollution, which they don't really care, because the technology is advancing. It's like, if me and you did go on a satellite, we're rich enough, got a cell phone and no work, nothing. Or the signal, from space.
I say,
but I'm saying they're using the technology. No, they're using the technology to control us.
But you can't too far now. What if me didn't own a satellite? Me and I own a satellite.
No, I'm just saying that's where the technology is, because
of course,
it's about the technology.
If me and you didn't own satellite, me and you would have rich. That never happen.
Yeah, but so I'm just saying they have it already. So, all right, Walter. So, the youth can know there's things like Python. There's like basic things for parents and people to know. Like Python is very basic, and then you can learn programming and certain things where you can implement to the youth. But the problem is like health and education is what you use to determine what kind of government or country you have. And Jamaica is very disgusting, because health and education. Yeah.
Bridget, I can tell you something. It's not the youth them have problems with the AI, It's big people like me and you. And we have to get in line, and not them. Some little 7-year-old, 8-year-old youth when me say I use them computer to do certain things that me don't really understand what them are do. Me have to ask them. So it's not like it's not like them is the problem. Them just want to know how to work it out, that it can be a better workings for human beings. But we don't understand it. We don't understand most of the things that can.
Yeah, but but if you connect if you connect the dots, it's not going to help the youth then, because a lot of us are illiterate and ignorant as older people. And because how can we guide them into the new age and things that we know nothing about? Because a lot of people stop learning and they stop listening. And if you see where, if you have any computation of where things, you can't guide the youth then, it's not a good thing. We're not connecting those dots. Because if you don't know, how are you going to guide the kids? How are the kids going to know the direction that they should go in?
Because I'm not sure you say we can't guide the youth them in a AI and it's called them for them brains there, so we can't just make sure say them know say it never start with them. Historically and culturally we have to maintain that principle where we know and make the two things them come together. For them thinking of the new technology and our thinking of where they come from and who they are as individuals and as a people that we are work with.
And guide it in a good way, in a righteous way or conscious way. Because we want them to use it to the good, because, even as a renewable energy engineer, and I try to tell people I'm a conscious engineer, because even when you construct certain things, and I had this discussion with a lot of professors and colleagues, we have to create things that we can destroy things without polluting the environment. Like, for instance, they talk about nuclear energy and it doesn't create any pollution, but it takes tens of thousands of years before when you create uranium and nuclear energy. What are you going to do when you decommission these plants? Because it's a pollution on the planet and it's very dangerous because we're not thinking in a conscious way. You need to think in a way where you're creating things and you're building things, and while it serves us, even when it stops serving us, we can clean it up. You know what I'm saying? It's not a waste on the planet because nuclear energy is very dangerous. It may be good for there, but when you take it apart, in America they have places where they bury it in some caves and some mountains and some things, but it takes thousands of years before those things decay and become harmless. So we can't live a dangerous kind of way. We have to be conscious in how we deal with the technology and all these things that's going on, and show youth them the right way to be, advanced, but be conscious and loving towards the planet and be one with nature and everything for the future. And that's what's important. Build a better tomorrow. And Jamaica need to do that too, because Jamaica has so much potential, but they're not even trying to help the youth. And look at little countries out there in the world. They're so technologically advanced that Jamaica have the opportunity and they have the money. They can help the youth them to build up a better future where we could be leaders in the world and make our youth them lead, because we have great minds in Jamaica, but we're not harnessing that, and we're not trying to permit that and nurture that to grow. And it's bad, and I hate it so much because so not just UC and Bolton, we can't speak faster than everybody else. We got minds too, and not just physical bodies. We need to look at that and harness that. And I plead to the people that's out there in the government, help the youth them and harness that. Don't let that decay. Don't let it just be a jungle warfare and these kind of things. Because at the end of the day, it's not good for us, Muta. We need to move forward. I'm not going to wrap it up with that. We're
going to move here.
Bless you.
Give thanks for the input. Give thanks for the input. Okay. All right. Where were they? Where they at, so? I'm going to play this.
I was wondering about our yesterdays and digging through the rubble. And to say the least, somebody went to a hell of a lot of trouble to make sure that when we looked things up, we wouldn't fare too well. And we would come up with totally unreliable pictures of ourselves. But I've compiled what few facts I could, such as they are, to see if we could find out a little bit of something. And this is what I got so far. First, white folks discovered Africa. They claimed it fair and square. Cecil Rhodes couldn't have been robbing nobody because, hell, there wasn't nobody there. And white folks brought all the civilization because there wasn't none around. How could the folks be civilized when wasn't nobody writing nothing down? And just to prove all of their suspicions, well, didn't take too long, they found out that there were whole tribes of people in plain sight running around with no clothes on. That's right. The men, the women, the young, and the old righteous folks covered their eyes, and no time was spent considering the environment. Hell no, this just wasn't civilized. And another piece of information they had, or at least this is what we were taught, is that unlike the civilized people of Europe, these tribal units actually fought. And yes, there was some crude implements, and yes, there was primitive art, and yes, they were masters of hunting and fishing, and courtesy came from the heart. And yes, there was love and medicine, religion, intertribal communication by drum, but no paper, no pencils, and no other utensils. And hell, these folks never even heard of a gun. And this is why the colonies came, to stabilize the land, because the dark continent had copper and gold, and the discoverers had themselves a plan. They would discover all the places with promise. You didn't need no titles and deeds. Then they would appoint people to make everything legal, to sanction the trickery and greed. And back in the jungle, when the natives got restless, they would call it guerrilla attack. And they would never describe that the folks finally got wise and decided that they would fight back. And still, we are victims of word games. Semantics is always a bitch. Places once referred to as underdeveloped are now called mineral rich. And the game goes on eternally. Unity kept just beyond reach. Egypt and Libya used to be in Africa. They've now been moved to the Middle East. There are examples galore, I assure you. But if interpreting were left up to me, I'd be sure every time folks knew this version wasn't mine, which is why it is called his story.
Very informative.
Gil Scott Heron, the late poet Gil Scott Heron. There with you. Hello? Hello? Okay, nobody up on the line, alright. We will continue to go. Alright, so we're gonna play this before somebody call.
The richest continent on Earth was stolen overnight by 14 European leaders. It's 1884. In a palace in Berlin, 14 European powers gather around a table, discussing how to divide the richest continent on Earth. They draw borders on maps like it's a board game. They just invent treaties, bribe chiefs, and plant flags. To the world, they call it civilization. But behind the papers and promises, it's theft. In just a few years, Africa is carved into 50 pieces. Each one handed to a different European master. Entire kingdoms vanish. Tribes are split by artificial borders. Resources are drained. Cultures are erased. And when resistance comes, they crush it. For over 70 years, Europe rules Africa. And when they finally leave, they don't rebuild what they broke. They leave fractured nations, broken economies, and a legacy of poverty that still echoes today. The richest continent on Earth, stolen by 14 men in a room.
Yes, Ian.
Yes.
Listen, man.
Yes, good night, Muta, and the rest of the world.
Good night.
And particularly Jamaica. Muta, I hear you talk at you one night for your program. You know, say you wrote about Chapago.
Come again?
I hear you talk at you for your program one night, yeah.
Yeah.
And a week never run off. You wrote never Chapago.
What that?
When you say, you know, believe that all the men they get shot by police, all of them they guilty. But you see a video there. I tell you, a video there. If you say the guy Chang should have resigned same time. And the other one they were saying young what? Ministry of Justice.
You have to talk up little louder though.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. As me I say, they want the same responsibility of justice. Him and the next one then say him and the Minister for Security. I tell them two guys they should have run a long time, you know. They should have covered their head with a bag and war. You understand? Because when we see the Muta, that means 95% of the people were shot by police. I don't feel say a 95%, you know. I don't feel say 95% guilty at all. Probably say 5% to what me see. And next again too, when Miss Lane share with me plenty of the time, people are supposed to be at the Pump Working show. Right? As me say. Even this other one where about to that squatter man where have the red, white and flag there. A slackness to all them about to, you know. You understand? Saying I do not like it, I'm tell them Muta. If me it's right or not, me feel like vote time, me vote against Andrew Wallace, you know. Yeah.
But you have 4 years to know to find out that.
Yeah, but you see, well I know no. Muta, that'll pass on certain things, you know. What about the COVID money? What about burial money? Then now, see Lisa, you know, Lisa money.
No, Melissa.
Yeah, what's the same thing? Melissa, same thing. All things well then.
No, I don't see
They kind of put two names together. One name.
Yo.
Yeah.
You're talking about one a hurricane. It's a hurricane we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, alright.
Yes. And then now, things come and I get to understand me and use that so this thing then spoil them. I show them way. And people on the radio beg every day.
Yeah.
I talk already on this program before the things them to recommend me. So look here. I bet you those cockroach when they vomit for the people them things. I know see me will come to pass. See it? See people.
Who vomit power now?
And if things come for the people them and they put them in a storeroom until they go spoil or go throw it away. Then I must cockroach vomit for the people there something more that.
Me don't know.
Well, me know the action of them for a long time, you know.
What, the cockroach?
Well, no, really the insect cockroach, you know. Not about the activity of some persons.
Okay.
Yeah. So the system will come to pass, go to cockroach, vomit for the people, them things. People upon the year, every day upon different station, not getting nothing.
Yeah.
Next thing again too, the money they we spend out of the money there. I need to know what that money spent on. You understand? If you spend on no green only, because they will take time out for the part green only and if they arrange. You understand? I sit down and watch
the red.
Huh?
The red. Yeah.
Well, one time I did red and I change the color to more time. Remember, I did color the red and I change to orange, you know.
Well, I'm to the black.
Well, that time you know Western with that, you know, it's not going to work. This thing not going to work against the black.
Okay.
You understand? Muta,
yes, sir.
This guy here, Andrew One, is not saying stick me stomach. Over
You
this.
have to take some medicine, man.
Huh?
You have to take medicine there for my sick stomach.
Well, he medicine, you see? I will drench him. See him? Take some of my slackness and drench him. That is the medicine I want to give him.
No, and you want the medicine.
Yes.
The same sick stomach.
It's like
the same sick stomach. You know you're talking about give medicine. Right. The same sick stomach. Then you need the medicine.
Yes, we get straight enough with you in case. All right. I'll get the medicine. All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, sir.
See the things that you make me sick then, all right. You're a parasite in it, or is a virus. So the virus needs to be cleaned up. Right, sir? Right, Jamaica? The virus needs to be cleaned up. How can we say that we have a leader? Right? And look at it now. See?
We who say? I never said that. We who say that?
Repeat again.
You say, how can we say we have a leader? I never say it.
All right. Me ever say?
Okay.
We say Jamaica have a leader.
Okay.
Right? And the other one that was down there, where we should not speak against the things, they mean not say nothing. And if you talk and the guy over here in a parliament, right? If he have him fist the hours would put on in a parliament there, so if a warrior was, if he get it. You understand? Right? So I don't know the other one when I deal with the other so when I deal with. Because remember two leaders went on one time, you know, what is it? Fire for fire! Or was it blood for blood? You understand? Remember all of that? But as we said, Mr. Holiness, I want to give you a hole for your nest. You understand? Because you're leading all right. I do not respect that. You shame Mr. Siaga, Mr. Manley. And you also the other orange suit when you shame Mr. Manley too, you know. Yeah. And I take that up the politics still in a mode. You know, so me on a dry illustration. You understand? Right, I do not like. Hold on then. See the again. Listen here now. See them now? And you told them thief Rasta ganja, you know. Right? I'll be a ship out of the country, I'm going to go 4 shipments come out. And I'll maybe have a 3 and 2 ounces in my pocket. Right? My last pop out ticket, you know. Right now, my son do kick and boss, a boy come here. Come kick me do a look ganja. In my front door, me not change it. You understand? Look here. You see when the man that play her go to play for now, we're going to do that now. Set peg in the field, any guy put their foot in, make Harris Chan come put their foot in there, we don't put their foot in there. Because we're going to take back what is ours. Look here now too, I need someone that can swim too, we can't swim, we can't teach them to swim. Because you see that shit, we have to come out of the country with the herb teeth, we have to come out of the country. We are going to go and see one they're going to take you away now. Right? We can't swim. You understand? So, you have me now, look here for yourself. Some man say, you have me now. We're going to see, go and take with that shipment, because our urban teeth. Right?
Alright, so we have to move now. We have to move.
Alright, give thanks.
Yeah, man, alright. Yeah, the man have whole heap of gross. Like most of it, have whole heap of gross.
Oh my God, guys, this is what I was talking about. AI is actually going to be the end of us. Don't forget to follow me and check this out.
AI is learning to escape human control. That's the very scary headline I saw in the Wall Street Journal. It's an essay written by a very worried AI consultant named Judd Rosenblatt, who cites 2 recent studies to argue that AI is, in fact, learning to escape human control. First, this is crazy stuff. Researchers gave OpenAI's O3 model a simple script that would shut off the model when triggered. In 79 of 100 trials, the AI model independently, just on its own, edited the script, so the shutdown command would not work. Nate, it gets worse. Even when ordered, allow yourself to shut down, the AI still disobeyed 7% of the time. And it gets even more frightening than that. Other researchers, listen to this, using Anthropic's AI model Claude 4 Opus, told the model it would be replaced by another AI system. It then fed fictitious emails into the system suggesting one of the engineers was having an affair. Got it? In 84% of the tests, the AI model drew on the emails to blackmail the engineer to not shut down the AI.
What?
Wow. Okay, so here, I'm quoting now from Judd. In other cases,
hold on. I have to hear this again. I have to take in this again. Trust me. I know you want to hear it again. You have to take.
True.
Oh my God, guys, this is what I was talking about. AI is actually going to be the end of us. Don't forget to follow me and check this out.
AI is learning to escape human control. That's the very scary headline I saw in the Wall Street Journal. It's an essay written by a very worried AI consultant named Judd Rosenblatt, who cites 2 recent studies to argue that AI is, in fact, learning to escape human control. First, this is crazy stuff. Researchers gave OpenAI's O3 model a simple script that would shut off the model when triggered. In 79 of 100 trials, the AI model independently, just on its own, edited the script, so the shutdown command would not work. Nate, it gets worse. Even when ordered, allow yourself to shut down, the AI still disobeyed 7% of the time. And it gets even more frightening than that. Other researchers, listen to this, using Anthropic's AI model Claude 4 Opus, told the model it would be replaced by another AI system. It then fed fictitious emails into the system suggesting one of the engineers was having an affair. Got it? In 84% of the tests, the AI model drew on the emails to blackmail the engineer to not shut down the AI.
What?
Wow. Okay, so here, I'm quoting now from Judd. In other cases, the AI model attempted to copy itself onto external servers. We're in Mission Impossible land here. Wrote self-replicating malware and left messages for future versions of itself about the need to evade human control.
The entity.
Wow.
The entity is real.
Yes. And that's why so many people, and when I say people, me, are worried about AI.
I'm worried.
That is scary stuff.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
Yes, Papa. Yes, Papa. Youth and youth. What you going to do? Because me there so now. And the more it get, like when a man they attack, and the more me know say me not go there. What the youth them going to do?
True. Why? It's a way. AI want to take over, escape humanity.
Set away, man. They want to escape humanity control. Why this year set away? I got big chaos. Yeah, man. But as time goes on, we just have to live on. You know? Yeah, man, that is it.
That's why we have to know this thing, you know. Yes, you can't be like me, where the only thing me can do, I search YouTube, find my Wi-Fi and make a phone call. Give thanks to the little way I know from a virgin and my daughter. But it's not a lovely thing. I don't know what I'm going to do. And maybe we're not going to fit into it like every other thing. And that is really a problematic thing. Because if you can't do that to people, if that thing they can do that, what else can it do when you start to realize, say, you can suggest certain things, and it just take it and run with it. I swear that there's a thing with the phone, you know. You see if them see I look on certain things, like a car, and you look on the car and I examine the car on the internet, and then you turn off your phone. You know the next time you turn on your phone, you're going to see a series of car. You're going to find a series of car. And that's something you know, say, the thing get away.
True. Technology growing every day, step by step.
Because you look for something, and a series of the same something come up, but you can't ignore. And now you turn off your phone and turn it on back, it continue with the same things. We're up on a level here, and you know, say, white people, is them a do it. Yes. And you have a set of white people will now put up with it. But like me, them don't have the power to do anything about it. You know, see it? It's a serious thing. We probably don't have the power, man. We don't know what to do next. Serious thing. I want to play this. I'll call it, alright, Ill.
MUTABARUKA.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, strong liberty.
Give thanks, man.
I will say, no man-made system is perfect. And the more them feel like them go higher and higher, and lower them get, because them can beat out nature, natural limit. Because everything with them use, it is from a natural process of life. It is not a handmade thing. So what I say, all we need to do right now is about building our natural self with the energy and resource we get from the energy of naturality.
Alright, what we call the energy of naturality now? What we call that?
The thing that is not created by man hand.
Okay.
But all of it comes from the natural inheritance. The air, heat, and ice food. So them can't control all of that. If them could have control all of that, no probably where they are right now.
They don't know some have things that can make rain fall.
Huh?
Human beings have things that can make rain fall, you know.
Yeah, we know all of that, them can't match the crowd.
But totally believe the system. The only thing mankind can do, you know, blow breath. As far as we see it.
Them can't go match the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, like we said before, everything them do it up their time, you know. Because naturally to live to have to take over earth said we just like when them force up things and go on like that. And them do everything. Them do things, you know, make up things, you know, handmade things. But we actually again, naturality, source of life, all that we have going on, you know. Them can't take over that from all of us. So we still have a strength again on earth, because earth is natural and wonderful, you know. It feeds us all, it gives us everything. It now moves. Only we have to move on it. So all robot things that we don't make, them things that I just destroy them own a personal individual self, you know. And some innocent people will go down with them still. Because we know it's the robot thing, it's coming like a vehicle said me just like how a man would get up and build some vehicle and have them on road around about the place and cause it said pollution. But them gone in a different region, you know. Because move them so fast within the system because they're not second. Because they can't find out the real internal naturality of natural powers. It is there in the earth where them can't take out. Them can take out some and catch what them catch. Like a whole heap of innocent people are dead every day, every night and day. And the problems still remain the same way. But there is lightning, thunder, ice, stone and fire attack them out of the earth, you know. But them don't know about.
So what's about lightning and thunder? I don't understand.
That can destroy all of them robot system when they make, you know.
Yeah, but it now go do it. Lightning and thunder now go destroy all the robot them.
Can lock them down, but one gets a lightning, a whole heap of things that can happen to affect that
you believe, say, with all we are going now,
yeah.
A lightning and a thunder are going to lick and match up all of that?
Whole heap of that can go on, man. What that nature, you know.
All of them AI thing we get them at talk about. Lightning and thunder are going to lick and get you all of that.
Yeah, man, it can be destructive, man.
When that going to happen?
When it happens, anytime now, not a special time it happen right now.
No, but I think you say anytime now, when?
We say like anytime now, like in the earth, like certain things can happen.
Yeah, the thing we play a while ago when the man say the AI disobey the command when them put in the machine.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that happen? You think a man put it in there?
Yeah, man.
Alright, so
everything is a robot, then a man put them in.
Yeah, consider it itself and put it in there.
Yeah.
So now, may I ask you now, you know, things say, according to where them I say, the machine have reached a level now where, for instance, your cell phone have more information only like than your brains. You don't believe that?
Everything in the phone that a man brain put them in there.
No, I'm not talking about man brains put it in there. I say, it all, the cell phone have more information stored in the cell phone.
Yes.
Than what you can remember in your head.
Right.
It have a memory much larger than yours.
Yeah, but at the same time, said memory, it have a memory a man make it to put it in.
Me never say I'm no man make it, brethren. Me I say, if you remember something like a phone number, and you don't remember, you just go click in at the phone, put somebody's name in there. And if you want to put the person name in there, you will see the name of the person. Put the number and you see the name of the person.
Yeah.
Your head, your brains, now run so quick like the cell phone. So if the man make AI, you know, a machine, we can do, we no want no lunch break, it no want no tea break, it a carry more luggage than you, and it a do more work than you. the same man, I go make more of them machine there. For do the things then where you is unable to do as a human being. And if that happen, so which lightning and thunder you are thinking now? If we go mash up all of that.
So that's impossible. That's possible, you know. That's impossible, you know. Can't remember I said iron jar a reflection of heat, you know. Said yeah. Iron plus iron jar all the of jar heat, you know. So when the heat of the energy of natural power rise up, all of them things that have no use on earth again, man, they must park one side. Just like how you see the hurricane come on, when you look at pure rubbish owners, garbage owners, all about the place. I see them, so enough of them are going to pile up and have no use, you know.
And maybe as human beings are going to pile up and have no use.
The system where them are made.
Maybe it's the AI them are going to pile up all the human beings them.
All the
and
AI,
human beings have no use.
Yeah. All of them, the man-made system where them are made.
So what you say about that?
Do the work. It's that come through man said there. No matter what they don't have to do.
It can't come with it be independent of man too.
No,
it can't become independent of man. Eh?
It can't come independent of man. And
the man tell you say
man put them out there.
Them program the thing and it go the other way.
Yes, that can't happen.
You know that happen?
But there is something inside right now.
No, I say there's something inside that can work independent of man. You don't believe that can?
But something inside of them are still man put them in there, you know.
I never say no man put them in there. I say it a work independent of man. Even though it's man put it in there. Just like how man no believe say him a work independent of God, even though it's God put him there. So it come down to God, according to where them a say, put man there, and man a work independent of God. You don't think say man a work independent of God?
Well, I said man when you God, you know, at them at it, you know.
That means says man put God in himself and do the madness where him do.
Yeah.
Alright. So now the robot is like the man, and man now is like God.
Sure. See mate, it look because you find the robot them I got you build a man, create them, and then at the end of the day they can turn against the same man who create it. So he said a weird rasta.
Yeah. So now man put something in the robot, and it reaches a stage now where man can't control the robot. So him override what the man put in him and create a different thinking.
I just wish I would deal with that now, you know.
Him wipe out the man just like how God will wipe you out according to what I say.
Oh yeah, I can't deal with God, you know. Like that. And I know I just a tight word that the man to keep on food.
You know, you're going to half key, you know. We're not about no word, you know. We're going to half key. We understand all of that, you know, brethren. But we don't want to complicate the issue, you know. With me and you talk. Because me and you can talk that way, there nobody understand what we are saying. But me up on the radio, you know, I mean, I really want to go into the reasoning that way there. You call last week when me say AI, I say, I have to come in front of the A and all them something there. When you start talking way there, we talk with me and you talk them way there, but when we're upon a place of hundreds of thousands of people are listening, we don't really want to get into the semantics of I come before A, so you have to say IA and all them foolishness there. And now we are talking about man and we are talking about God. Me not take God neither, but if you want to have a better word that the people them can understand what we are saying, me say God, because that them there, I just them there. Me not jump over them.
Me not jump over them, but them have a higher overstanding in themselves, you know, it's right now. Just like how them can accept say robot and them can accept say what I say, I think we're possible, I don't know, impossible.
No, them understand it and you know understand, and you know what accept it. Them understand it and you know what accept it. Because you tell me say earthquake, lightning and thunder, I go match up everything, you know what I mean, them really. And I must accept that.
You must accept it, MUTABARUKA, but we
man, I create an earthquake now.
That's the natural process of life, how naturally to work. Because no man from earth or anywhere them there, them can't totally control naturality because I don't know how you think.
When you say control it, what you mean? When you say control it, what you mean?
Them can get some in a iron, like how man can live some gas and put it in a pan, can't like that. But one way I inhale from no matter know which end or where it attached from like that. I just forward and see and get the fullness of air, heat and water. So wherever we are, we must realize that there is always a natural power which is natural. We know man, no woman, no. All we have to just use that. Use it.
What on earth right now? What is on earth now that man can't explain it? Why it happened? For instance, like lightning or like rain. You know, things a man can't explain why the rain fall when it fall.
No, can try to say something else.
No, I'm not talking about try, I'm not saying.
All right, them can't say things else. Just like all them make time.
All right, Bridget, you feel say, them we call natural things where happen. You think some man can explain why it happened?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. A man and no God. I can't to them. But it happen. Anyway, we have to move though.
It's down here.
Yeah, alright, bless it. Okay, alright. So we want to play this about I don't want to play that one there yet. We don't want to play that one there yet, trust me. This is the cutting edge.
Hello?
Yes, blessed.
Blessed. But no, no. I let. But I can't run away from the phone. Wait, more I mean, tell us about if I think we have to discuss, you know. Yeah, but more time, you know, for me to enjoy your thing, you know, have your brain wrong. We need sensible reasoning. Come here, you have to focus, and you let man give some focus thing. Say, tell the brother before, I said, you and him could have reached a satellite. When the America do so long? Anymore, you left just for now. When me I listen you every week to go down and go set up a satellite. Bro, link up with some Jamaica and try to get that in motion. Good idea. When me want to talk about something.
No, when you talk about this man who
yeah, Mr. From 9, yeah, they are with some brother from the 9 where I kind of give you an idea. They want to say animal get rich and him could have do satellite. So me I tell him say, link up with some Jamaica. Yeah.
No, you know, things might talk sense. Certain things might talk sense. Me not just lock him off, so. When no make no sense is when a man tell me, you know, say, should we say AI, we must put the I in front of the AI.
Yeah, me here, you may go in an argument every day while I go in.
But last week.
It's a good thing too. Me never either hear. Me kind of
all right. So what you are saying now? Tell me.
Yeah, me just a touch from few of the things them, cause them things that we really want to discuss to some of them. Cause enough place for me go to bother the people. First, I could go with the AI, you know. Me no want, you know, the whole thing, it get distracted and make it seem like it's a bad thing. Cause even you, me don't know if you're Rasta society, you're telling a reason with the elders, them and I tell them, say, they must forget with the time. You know, because it's just like a phone. You can't even have a Rasta keep conference and 40, 50 odd Rasta there and one who walk one and one Rasta can go on him phone and say, chat GPT, Zoom for me and broadcast this out so we have a big Rasta function and one whole heap of people come. You, they must know, say, it now go just come.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
Take with ideas and take to slang them because it have we talk them. And when I watch the internet and them make the cartoon there, the voice them I use that patois and you can't use that computer because you can't talk and read properly. So it's a mess, it's a bit up and it's a bit down. As to we're moving forward, back in the days of them used to say people say them now go and play because it look like so about the sky and thing. And right now, without you, we can't move, but we get to understand the far you want to go, and that's after you. Unless you go for go to see.
Yeah, man, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right, man.
Yeah, but it kind of dangerous in a way where it might take away. Alright, what's all I say it can help you now. See, like all the Rasta community. You have one of creative little Rasta in. When you see them out, some local youth in Africa, the youth them are going so good that the academy, one of them scientists, I think sign the youth them and give the youth them materials and things. They must build something out of plastic backer and say, yeah, so out here now, we realize that you have some man who know to make broom. Rasta used to make broom, tam, chain. You know, you have some machine now where you can go amount and type on your phone thing. When you print out on that shirt here, or Rasta baby, with a Rasta, with the Rasta mommy have hold it. And the AI comes and it show out pretty picture with a Rasta on it.
Yeah, man.
When we would have wear that, go for any stage show right now and done the place and I sell it and say, go up at Motherway names, have it up there. Anyway, in the island, you drive, you can see the place flood with nice, beautiful design and these things. And things, you know. So we can't do this kind of thing, but we have to watch it. Watch it as 1 and 2 we come on and say and keep up some time.
You ever see a movie without screen yet?
Without screen?
You know, like when you go to movies and you see the screen.
Yes.
And the thing a project on the screen. You ever see a 3D movie yet? When I have no screen, the things that work, but it no screen not there.
No, I've never seen that one there yet.
Well, me see it. No screen at all not there.
What we see reach far now is them can make Whitney Houston perform without Whitney Houston there. In terms of hologram.
They try to do a Bob Marley thing. But
just like that now. When am I weird pan now for kind of get Bob Marley holographic in that way where people can really go sit down and, you know, say Bob, it's not going to in person and some people are going to say, so, you know, it kind of help we advance and we need to move forward in terms of that way. There, it's not bad. And watch out now, you know about this thing named NIBS for a move.
Meme what? Meme, yeah, meme.
NIBS, alright, so.
That depends YouTube every
day. It close off and, yeah, and it's in operation.
Them a call Trump every day with it.
But, me not get that drift there. That's not funny a while ago. Mac some with it with.
Eh?
With all that coming. I don't understand.
Wow, Mac?
Mac him. What you mean them Mac him with it? What am I do with it?
No, the meme you talk about.
No, I thought this is. I don't hear that one there yet. Probably a meme over the way around the place.
No, wait. Where's the while about? You just say meme, I make it wrong.
No. Bits. A system where the government have out here to help fix up at the people and places.
That's how the organization. How much think of me you talk about?
Yeah, in terms of
Trump with it and all them really. Alright.
No, not that one never bad. We are talking about the one we have to do with the governance of the people, the money and the food and the things that we get it going. So the Prime Minister said he finally organize a team and some strategy where them are going to get the ball a roll where to get the road them fixed.
Like the ball roll let them know.
You know me, I said that to myself. I said, I 2-3 times now, yeah, I said, I'm going to get that. What did I say? You already know. And, you know, so, it kind of clicked me. I said, you see, him saying Putin, what the people have a problem with, I said, certain things in it, I got to take with them right. And then I got said, I got to get to balance, check it, to make sure the thing fear of properly. So the Prime Minister know it's like him, and I appointed a man today and make the people know. I will get some more research and so this brother I got respond to the feed. And this brother I got govern it and report back to him. Yeah, if I like know that.
Yeah, but you see with that now?
Yeah.
To me, it come like, who do not trust the people that I work with him, you know? Him have too much different things where him at the head of it.
All of that, and me, you know,
come back to him.
Alright, do them and
justify and verify something.
It's kind of in the people them back. You know, he says he never did govern certain things. One of Jamaica guy would have gone outside, sack it already too, because it seems like too much posted around there.
What are you talking about?
In terms of things now get done, you go give man the ministry, they give 20 people 20 ministry and those beer billions and then no
but things now get done still.
And I get the blame still.
Yeah, because I him forget the blame. Him at the top of the stream, you know.
Yeah, I want to no
so
really.
If the bottom turn river and dirty, that means up at the stream dirty.
But what him are gonna do up there, sir? No, what him can do now because
what
it seems like
what him doing up here?
Him can, but it seems like nothing him do up here now because he even doing the same as
if you find somebody else and make them do it. Him have too much things I do.
Well, I guess the man works, you know, and the man
him decides that him have a work it.
Alright, what I know.
I don't know nobody in the work. Him decide it. Hold on.
IRFM, I did lick that.
Yes, bless you, let us sell.
Yes, man. Yeah. So, what could if we can't get about to talk them fast before we flip away? So, now, as I say, yeah, say, him have too much things, that's why I need him corroding, but me that say.
No, wait a minute, I never say him corrupt, you know.
No, I'm saying him too much things I do, so him now get to complete anything properly and in a long term, and him get the plan, him make things now.
Trust the people there, that's what I say.
Seeing people them, not saying
yeah, him come like him not trust them, so him have to take everything. After him do everything, him bring it over from film side now.
Alright, what's that sneak out then? What's that sneak out then? Here man come and real come say, the police shoot a lady with the any police will go behind the real reasonable law and do those things, you know? Them superiors should have them dealt with. See, you know, and him that now when crime I go down and tell police and nobody do them work, no, you know. See, when time crime I go down, I don't want
so
things like that.
The crime I go down through them and kill them.
No, me never say that. But it somehow it gone down.
Yeah, but why you think it gone down?
Why? Well, maybe some part has to do with crime fighting, maybe for sure.
Yeah, them have equipment to do certain things.
Right.
But that no means that through them kill more people, that's why it gone down.
No, I never said that, but may I say maybe it kinda step up
it kinda look that way there too, don't
to me, because nothing else now go on me that was to make crime go down. You know what I mean? If I was like work up with that one or some fest and everybody got some fest for 2 days, 3 days, probably I don't eat that least most as I have crime go down in terms of music and
that is not that why the crime gone down, man.
So you want to touch it?
They want you to continue to think that so that them can go on with them wickedness continuously. You don't check it.
No.
Believe.
I suppose the wickedness part of it. So maybe, you know, if body cam can.
So why do they want to bring in the body cam? Why them have hustle?
Because they must say, in terms of real truth, they must say, it's a really put a damper from. See them, we are fighting crime as to America.
By killing our people, by murdering people, and don't check it when the year done.
Yeah, that's a cramp them style, because if them want go moving and just, whether it's not come in when them come to arrest them, I go send it to the maker. And if when them do that now, and the judge and in come, I go call them in every minute, after a while, they will drop them on, you know. After a while, they're going to stop running down criminal and good man. I feel like, I'm here the criminal and good man. And that them seems like it a project to and chang them and say more times and say, wait, don't I love up the criminal them and a bad like that. But under that way I do. We have to secure the innocent. Yeah, the innocent we have to protect.
I love up no criminal.
Right. And all the while you say, you say to one thing. Yeah. So, you know, it needs a fix. But in time, we have to just push ourselves till we get there. That's why I say we want to focus on what we have at, and you know, so the people that must suffer down there and say them not out and them must be so people, the boss said, the Prime Minister said, the money them with the rest of the country then send to make sure we're alright and do a little thing instead organize it and you know, I know that it's a load. They are weak and if they're ready for it, they know stuff and I'm out and make a run.
Why you must organize it? I let me ask, you know.
So much post 4-foot kitty.
Cannot that I tell you. So the reason why I must organize because I don't trust the people.
You know, see, all in the parliament now, I'm wife for the speaker. And she tell me, Miss Blackass, which name, Mike, but he actually run go grab up the name. The people are not wrong. He's not his wife, you know. So, them want just straighten up like, you know, because the backlash are certain things that the arrows ban get and see again. Them have to man up the yard now and do some work, because they say.
Look at them not doing no work.
4 years we have left, and tomorrow, election or something. 4 years we have.
Them want to do them though. And they have a whole heap of thief. Inside of the political system we are run Jamaica.
So what kind of
things?
Real talk, Rasta.
Yeah, that's a skin thing.
Yeah, man, skim.
And Jamaica teach them about the hustling, you know. When they come out, I walk up and down and them say, boy, we have to hustle, we have to hustle. And father not now go. And then the man now go in a parliament, go back, go say, boy, I hustle that. So,
most of them start out ordinary. And when them left politics, them own no much land, them own no much house, them can go and foreign every week and all them something there.
Them rich.
Like them artists or preacher.
The money in a politics, man. You know
that may I tell you, money in it.
Man, go in there, go have to work as a position, and he might get a wealthy sum.
Even if he's not Prime Minister again, he might get Prime Minister money.
The two of them, even if Andrew will say, right now. Bossy, tomorrow, yes, sir. Thanks to the
Alright, sir. Alright, blessed man. Alright, I can see if I can play. If I can play this.
Active, man, active.
What is me that player? Fusion SL.
Greetings, Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man. So, you know, without a knowledge of history, you know, we're born to repeat the mistakes of the past.
Yeah.
You know, even in this, that's the reason happening is that you just say the U.S. entering the Nicaragua, taking over the president and threatening Cuba. Yeah, man. Jamaicans were, you know, willing to sell out who they are, you know, as Jamaicans, for visa, for remittances, and for green card. You know, we were willing to be silent, willing to just melt in the backbone and make up what happened, you know. Partly because we know cognizant our history. We don't celebrate the things we're supposed to celebrate and commemorate the things we're supposed to commemorate. You know, we see even the 23rd of May, we celebrate Labor Day. You know, and if we celebrate the uprising in the labor unions and that trade union movement emerging. But the 23rd of May have something even more significant, you know, because that was the day when they killed some shop. You know, that was somebody who said, I rather die than continue as there. You know, and that goes to who we are as a people. But the whole season passed and I hear anybody mention Sam Sharp, you know, and the sacrifice he made in this time. I understand. You know, we need to bring these things to the consciousness of the people. You know, so they make better decisions going forward. You know, when they have this as the root, this as the foundation, and you know, say, if you use AI, you know, say you have a foundation, you have a root, you know, you have a history where you are built on. You give it a purpose, you know.
Yeah, hold on, Bridget, hold on. Take a break.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's far right.
Yeah, man, so, you know, I remember saying, give me a heart before him. Give me a heart.
Come again?
No, man, I said, right, the dead here.
Yeah, man. So,
give me a jingle.
You know, that's not I want to bring up to Rastafari, right? You know, in the early years, in the Rastafari movement, you know, there was a strong move towards community and communal living, communal industry, you know, which probably in this time, you know, there something happened in the evolution from when you have people like Howell and Henry, who usually have industries, who usually have bakeries, who usually have black factories, who usually have whitewash factories, who usually have industry making shoes and so forth. As a community, not as individuals, we would create wealth for the community, you know. But as the Rasta movement evolves, you know, and we started to, Naya being energy started to dominate Rastafari. We started to look in and started to separate, the spiritual essence from the material, from the industrial. I think something that lasts, you know, something that lasts needed, you know, that industrial foundation. You know, you have individual Rastas who would, you know, create wealth and use the culture to generate wealth for themselves individually. But that trust what we start out with, that energy that Howell had been active, that energy where Henry and Edna Fisher had a green bottom, we don't see that manifesting again within the community. So in this time going forward, you know, it's important to have that strong spirituality, because as I said, we have to have balance between the material and the spiritual, you know, and that collective economics, you know, is something that needs to be recreate within the movement to go forward, you know. Sometimes what prevents that is, and emphasis on differences in religion when they come together, you know. His mind was able to, along with Julius Nyeri and Kwame Nkrumah, get 32 nations who were free in Africa, 1963, to come together and form a union, because in his mind they had a principle of focusing on what they have in common, you know, and then let that be the focus of the exchange. and you know, gradually we will discuss the differences, you know. But what we find, once always I try to get everybody to say the same thing, to believe the same thing, and that's productive, you know. That you can't.
I don't think Rasta figure out the present and the future, the past, present, and the future. I think we understand the past and some of the present, but the future seems to be what you call eluding us. Even a lot of people know how to maneuver the future even though it don't come yet. You know, but it's like the brother say fire, blood, when them call it fire and brimstone, lightning and thunder. A man feels that something is going to happen where if you're a Rasta, the lightning and the thunder will affect you. But if you're not a Rasta, a lightning and thunder like lightning and thunder know the difference between who are Rasta and who are this. You know, that is a kind of concept where strange to me personally.
Yeah, because we're so strong into belief, and even we have the scientific mind is not there. Because last week I spoke about the scientific process where, you know, you have an idea or a hypothesis, you know, you have to test it. You have to create certain conditions, you know, to test it and see if it works. If you test it and it don't work, you can try to change something and test it, and if it don't work, then you know, well, that just not work. But if I try something over and over, and it happens at one time and at two times, but it's not duplicatable, then it's a fluke. You have a system that if it tries again, you put the same conditions in place, you see it happen. You know, that is so scientific knowledge. It's right. You know, you prepare for this, you design actually to test it, you test it, and then you see the results you want, you interpret the results, you get what you want, you say, alright, you test it again, and then you share the information. You know, we need to take that thing in the use there. You know, so when there's a dinghy and one gather for 7 lights and so forth, and one is gather run in the day after work and so forth, them days there should be days where I use as an educational structure for the youth them. You know, what we are teaching STEM, because STEM is critical in this time. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. You know, we have to definitely be as Rasta people, because Rasta has always been creating stuff, you know, and we have that culture, but we need to carry it to another level where we have to use them, learn the scientific way, learn how to use the AI. The guys, the Rasta that started earlier, the version of that.
Hold on, the version, I can tell you something. The youth them know about AI, you know, and we don't know about AI. So when we can't but teach the youth them about AI, we have to make them know about what is them purpose here now and them history and the culture where them left behind, where white people mix up. So it's not like say we can't go now, but say we have to teach my grandson how to use computer. No, sir. And he must teach me that.
Yeah, that's true. But I just direction, you know. To use it now, to generate content for our community, to share our information, you know.
Yeah.
True.
Because it's a direction, you know. You know, so, you know, in the days, you have to come together and create some stuff, you know. We're in the great organization, you know, a great organization, you know. And in this time, how things moving fast, if we don't really put your finger on it, if we really move to it, the relevance we need to have at this critical time, it won't be there. And, you know, right now at this time, you know, with the Africa Union. So if the Rastafari needs to have a strong voice, we need to, you know, get yourself together, powerful in Jamaica, so we can have an impactful voice, you know, in Africa, you know, and we can have move people in a more purposeful way to the motherland, you know, where we can organize ourselves and move in to Africa in an organized way, go to projects, you know, and show ones want me to move, you know, a systematic way. Or we will organize. Rastafari is still relatively young, you know, but we're not fertilized age where, you know, what the Christianity 300 years ago can't organize along to anything.
Yeah,
you know, get yourself organized and move.
We have to move.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, give time, Reggie.
Yeah, man. We still our request the Samuel Sharp and the African Liberation Day tune, you know.
The African Liberation Day tune.
Yeah. Well, I actually said those to you, right? Two last time I said there.
A 3 song you said me?
I said the African Liberation Day and the Daddy Sharp.
Daddy Sharp?
Yeah, man, Samuel Sharp.
What is the song name? African Liberation Day?
Yes. Yeah, man, I said WhatsApp, I said, the two last one said, what we do, we try to put out information out there, you know, keep people focused.
Yeah, I know, but I don't see that song there.
Check the WhatsApp.
We play it already.
Oh, well,
no, we can't check the WhatsApp. We don't have a different thing.
Alright.
We can't check the WhatsApp. We have to go up on my phone to check WhatsApp.
Alright.
My phone I use, you know, or computer, play music.
Oh, okay, because I'm watching from computer now.
I have to go look for it differently.
Alright, give thanks, brother, and keep on the work, you know.
Alright.
And see you Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, give thanks. Alright, so I'm going to play this. Listen keenly and carefully to this.
I bet you didn't know this. China restricts organized religious exposure for many children under 18. In many parts of China, minors under 18 are restricted or outright barred from participating in organized religious activities. Some churches and mosques display no under 18s signs. Religious schools, Sunday schools, youth camps, Quran classes, baptisms for minors, and organized religious teaching for children have been heavily restricted or banned in various provinces. Now stop for a second and ask yourself why. Why would one of the fastest growing powers on earth want to limit what gets programmed into the minds of children? Because China understands something most people never stop to think about. Whoever controls the mind of the child controls the future of the nation. Now look at the Chinese mindset. A child is pushed toward maths, engineering, science, discipline, manufacturing, strategy, technology, problem solving, national development. They're taught, build, create, compete, advance. Now compare that to large parts of Africa. From the moment a child can understand language, fear God. Don't question, just believe. Leave it to God. God will provide. Pray about it. Obey. Morning prayer, night prayer, church, mosque, deliverance, fasting, tithing, prophecy, religious doctrine repeated over and over and over again during the most psychologically absorbent years of a child's life. And then people wonder why one society produces factories, engineers, patents, infrastructure, and global manufacturing power, while another produces dependency, fear, obedience, and emotional survival thinking. Now, before people get emotional, this is not an attack on spirituality. This is about mental conditioning. Because if a child is trained from birth to suspend critical thought in favor of belief, that child often grows into an adult that struggles to think strategically under pressure. Not all, but enough to affect entire cultures. China teaches many of its children, understand reality. Africa often teaches its children, accept authority. One creates builders, the other often creates followers. And the scary part? most parents genuinely think they're helping. But if your child spends more time learning to obey invisible forces than understanding economics, psychology, technology, negotiation, ownership, and systems, then don't be shocked when they grow up spiritually committed, but economically powerless. Because the future doesn't belong to the most obedient minds. It belongs to the clearest thinkers. And clarity starts the moment you stop teaching children what to believe and start teaching them how to think.
What a judgment. Wanna listen to that?
Yeah, man. It's a weird Rasta.
You listen to that? That should be played like a record. That should be played like a record, man. Listen, serious, listen.
I bet you didn't know this. China restricts organized religious exposure for many children under 18. In many parts of China, minors under 18 are restricted or outright barred from participating in organized religious activities. Some churches and mosques display no under 18s signs. Religious schools, Sunday schools, youth camps, Quran classes, baptisms for minors, and organized religious teaching for children have been heavily restricted or banned in various provinces. Now stop for a second and ask yourself why. Why would one of the fastest growing powers on earth want to limit what gets programmed into the minds of children? Because China understands something most people never stop to think about. Whoever controls the mind of the child controls the future of the nation. Now look at the Chinese mindset. A child is pushed toward maths, engineering, science, discipline, manufacturing, strategy, technology, problem solving, national development. They're taught, build, create, compete, advance. Now compare that to large parts of Africa. From the moment a child can understand language, fear God. Don't question, just believe. Leave it to God. God will provide. Pray about it. Obey. Morning prayer, night prayer, church, mosque, deliverance, fasting, tithing, prophecy, religious doctrine repeated over and over and over again during the most psychologically absorbent years of a child's life. And then people wonder why one society produces factories, engineers, patents, infrastructure, and global manufacturing power, while another produces dependency, fear, obedience, and emotional survival thinking. Now, before people get emotional, this is not an attack on spirituality. This is about mental conditioning. Because if a child is trained from birth to suspend critical thought in favor of belief, that child often grows into an adult that struggles to think strategically under pressure. Not all, but enough to affect entire cultures. China teaches many of its children, understand reality. Africa often teaches its children, accept authority. One creates builders, the other often creates followers. And the scary part? Most parents genuinely think they're helping. But if your child spends more time learning to obey invisible forces than understanding economics, psychology, technology, negotiation, ownership, and systems, then don't be shocked when they grow up spiritually committed, but economically powerless. Because the future doesn't belong to the most obedient minds. It belongs to the clearest thinkers. And clarity starts the moment you stop teaching children what to believe and start teaching them how to think.
Okay. I want you to go sleep on that message.
True. Very informative. Very informative.
Go sleep on that, man. Every word of it is true. When you teach a child, every word, and we refuse to really recognize it. Look on the country them that is successful in them endeavors and them children. Look how them operate even at Jamaica. Even at Jamaica, look how them operate. And you will see the total different attitude, work attitude, and just mannerism. Because you know, say, sometimes the environment that don't allow these things to take place. Because when you look on all the Chinese environment, certain things just you can't do. You just can't do it. You just keep that to yourself. Yeah, keep it to yourself. There's certain things you cannot do in certain countries.
That is so true, Rasta.
And if you look on the countries them that we talk about, you realize that they are very progressive. You have less crime, less people who dip on the street and beg and just create problems. There's a different attitude to work. There's a different attitude to family. Family, a different attitude.
True.
And we lose that. We lose that because we're so caught up in the Western mindset. The Western mindset allow you to do anything and believe anything. And they want you to do anything without curbing anything. That is what we must look for. Serious thing, just check all of the country them where it's not have this kind of governance. And look on them, really. Look on them.
Real talk, Rasta.
If you know, to say, it's a total different mindset. Total different mindset it have. And yet still we can't realize that. Because the people them who are run with life, make you feel like say, this way is the only way and the best way. Because them are look on the colonialists them, or they what we call the ex-colonialists them, we have the same mindset.
Real talk, Rasta.
These colonialists still rule and govern how you think, how you feel, how you behave. They control it. So even though we might feel say we're not caught in it, we're caught in it. We're caught in it because we're there. We're there to the T, we're there.
True.
We just want the people them know that. Because really and truly, what else is there? We can't say we know. Because we have fed so much garbage that the thing them that is not garbage, we start to call it garbage. Yeah, we start to call it garbage. We start to feel say wrong right and right wrong. Up and down and down and up. Confusion in a room. Confusion in a room. That me say, how long? How long? You have to be a light. You have to be a light. Yes. Here we go. We want to give thanks. Which engineer are down there? Say something, Virgin.
Me there, Muta, man.
Only me there.
From I hear the voice, man, I know one voice sound, so man, I one DJ like
I mean one voice. A whole heap of voice. Tell me, so why you afraid to call your name, Virgin? Eh?
No, man, you're mad, Muta, man. I tell you, say you have one voice, so you hear the voice, you know it's me.
You hear me?
Yeah, chicks, I hear the one, yeah, chicks.
Alright, well, I'll give thanks to me. I'll give thanks to the operator. We'll be back here at 2 o'clock with the stepping razor the art.
And now the details. The government is taking steps to curb abuse of the system of adverse possession. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has tasked the minister responsible for land titling and settlements, Robert Montague, to look into the issue. Speaking today at a title handing over ceremony in Manchester, Dr. Holness noted that this type of informal settlement is problematic.
You have another set of informality that is emerging, which we have to pay attention to, and I think that this is very dangerous. There are persons who are abusing the system of adverse possession, abusing it, who are deliberately going onto private lands and government lands, cutting it up, putting on big equipment on it, clearing the land. One case has been brought to my attention where 20 acres of government land is being cleared, marking it up with red paint and dropping stakes as if they have a right to do so, and then sell lots to unsuspecting persons who are so desperate for land that they don't go and check the register, meaning they don't go to the NLA to find out whether or not the person who is claiming ownership of the land has the land, or go to their municipal authority to see whether or not there has been an application for subdivision.
He said the minister must ensure that government land is not depleted.
And we know that this is going on, and I have given directives to Minister Montague that one of the things that he has to pay close attention to is to ensure that government land is not depleted. Now, when I talk about government land, it's not my land, it's your land that the government holds in trust and manages for you. Because there is some notion in the minds of the people that somehow the government is trying to keep people from the land.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. And Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says he has great confidence in Ambassador Major General Anthony Anderson, who has been appointed Chief Executive Officer of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARRA. Ambassador Anderson will assume duties on June 1. Dr. Holness said the appointment follows extensive advertisements both locally and internationally. Over 100 people across the globe submitted applications, with 7 of those applicants shortlisted.
We received 120 applications from all over the world, 85 of which were specifically for the post of the CEO. Others would have applied maybe for both CEO and for some other position or for other positions, which were not yet advertised. We shortlisted 7, so you can imagine the involved process of filtering through all the applications. And these 7 persons were interviewed, 3 of whom were Jamaicans and 4 were international candidates, Australia, United States, the UK, and I don't remember the other country.
Dr. Holness noted that the final decision came down to someone who has served the country well. He said Ambassador Anderson's appointment comes at a critical stage in Jamaica's post-Hurricane Melissa recovery and reconstruction program.
Currently ambassador to the United States, obviously that will change. He was former Commissioner of Police and former Chief of Defense Staff. And as fate would have it, I had tasked him to review the state's response to Hurricane Beryl, which would have included a review of all the entities involved in the response, but specifically a review of ODPEM. So he is already in proximity to these issues. I have great confidence in Ambassador Anderson. He would obviously have great skills in leading national institutions. He led 2 of the most important institutions in Jamaica, the JDF and the JCF. He would have had the experience of working with international entities, both the IFIs, which are going to be critical, that is international financial institutions, going to be very critical in this process, but with international contracting as well. He would understand the issues that are involved, understanding the local lay of the land, and I'm going to use the politics of the land, not the small politics, but the big politics, how to manage the stakeholders and the idiosyncrasies of Jamaican society.
Dr. Holness said the ambassador's leadership will be central to ensuring that reconstruction is carried out with urgency, but also with the discipline required to protect public resources, coordinate major projects, and deliver lasting national benefits.
the office is not characterized as a bureaucratic office where it's just pushing paper, signing off on documents. This is about executing, getting things done. In the original concept of the chief executive, that was the idea, the person who got things done. The board would deal with governance, the administrators deal with administration, but the CEO get things done. And so in the law, he's the chief executive officer, but I'm going to call him the chief executing officer, the man who will get things done. And that has to be a cultural change in Jamaica.
And Dr. Holness has stressed that he played no role in the process to select the chief executive officer of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARRA. Ambassador Major General Anthony Anderson is the new CEO. His selection is causing concern among the opposition People's National Party. Dr. Holness said he kept away from the selection process for good reason.
The panel, they did quite a bit of work behind the scenes to ensure that the right selection was made. I was only informed of the end result, so just in case anybody thought that I kept a distance for good reason. Final decision came down to someone who has served the country very well, and the decision was to appoint Major General Anthony Anderson, who is now currently ambassador to the United States. Obviously, that will change.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. The Opposition People's National Party says Ambassador Major General Anthony Anderson's appointment as NARRA's Chief Executive Officer has raised serious questions that the government must answer openly and without delay. The appointment was announced by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness at a post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House this morning. Markeela Rumble reports.
In a statement this afternoon, the PNP said it expects Ambassador Anderson to execute the responsibilities of his office with transparency, integrity, and accountability, but said his appointment does nothing to allay concerns previously raised. The PNP has called for the government to say whether Anderson applied for this position in the ordinary course of the initial recruitment exercise. If he did not, the PNP said the public deserves a full and candid explanation on why that process failed to produce a suitable candidate. The party noted that a recruitment exercise that yields no appointable candidate is not merely an administrative inconvenience, but a signal that something is fundamentally wrong with the framework governing this institution. Noting that the party has consistently raised concerns about the governance deficiencies embedded in the NARRA legislation, the PNP said Anderson's appointment has reinforced those concerns. According to the party, the government appears to have found it necessary to draw upon a serving ambassador to Jamaica's most important international partner, who has only been in that post for 12 months to fill this role. Describing the move as instructive, the PNP said it suggests strongly that credible candidates from within the relevant professional pool were deterred by the structural and governance arrangements that the party has repeatedly flagged as inadequate. It added that appointing a loyal military policing technocrat to lead this civilian authority in circumstances where the recruitment process appears not to have run its proper course is not a solution to the governance problems within NARRA, but a symptom of them. The PNP called on the government to be transparent with the Jamaican people about the full circumstances of this appointment. It also doubled down on its call for the government to bring amending legislation to address what it describes as the salient governance deficiencies that continue to undermine public confidence in NARRA, and to ensure that the institution is placed on a sound and accountable footing without further delay. Reporting for RFM News, I'm Markeela Rumble.
So guys, we have made it to the end, and this was indeed a very informative one, guys. So feel free to leave an honest opinion down in the comment section, and also leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Bless up to each and every one. Up until then, peace out. Adios.